And we just think it's important to need to be together. We also, by the way, even pre-COVID, 42% of our associates worked remotely at least part-time. Right. And so we're not anti-work from home. We never will be. It's, it has to be appropriate for the role and the team and all that sort of thing. But one of the messages I was giving our team this week is that, unfortunately, as leaders, we don't always have the luxury of being able to do what's best for an individual on our team, because we have to think about what's best for the team. And what's best for the team is not necessarily always the thing that's best for that individual or what they desire and want and that sort of thing. And so, this is our model. And I'm sure that there will be, some people that will struggle on this for a while, and that there's gonna be a date where we're gonna say, this is our model and we need you here. And if you can't do it, then we gotta, figure something else out. Yeah. And, so, yeah.
2021.
And it'll be in 2021.
Somewhere in that.
Yeah, let's hope.
So you mentioned model, and I think we can look at model two different ways. We can look at model, just kind of how we execute and get work done. It's kind of business model. We can also say culture.
Yeah.
Which you and I spent a whole bunch of time on last time, and you've written a book on culture, and culture is a very big part of that secret ingredient to Jackson Healthcare success. So tell me a little bit about how, when you think about the culture of Jackson Healthcare, how did that also inform your decision?
Yeah, such a important question. One of the things we've heard, and I think a lot of businesses are this way, was when we all went 100% virtual, like how the culture maintained, right? And the way we communicate and talk and all that maintained. And first of all, just understanding my definition of what culture is. It's the atmosphere that around how you make decisions as a team. And so it's we would never do that here, or this is the way we do this, right? It's the norms, like the norms of the group. This is how we behave when we're as a part of this group. And so certainly when you're working from home, some new norms kind of develop on how you do those sorts of things. The challenge is, so we kept doing new hire orientation. We do it once a month, and I speak to them. And at first we did it virtual, and then, we weren't hiring anybody for a little bit, but we've started doing them in person again. Everyone is sitting way far apart. It's really odd to speak to them because we're in this big room and everyone's really far apart, but it works. So I got this question at one of the first ones that we did in person. They said, Shane, how would you recommend that, as someone new to the organization, how do I learn the culture when I can't be around anyone? And I was like, that's a really good question. And I don't know the answer to that question. And so it is one thing to be able to have a culture virtually when you have people that have this history that's enabled them to understand what these norms are.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to join a group and learn those when you can't be around anyone. And, when we talk all the time about hey, how did you learn to do this business? It's like, because I sat next to Mike and I heard what he did, and that, or that sort of thing. It's really hard to enculturate someone new, or just train them to do their job if you can't do that in person, at least in our business. I'm sure other businesses are very different. And so part of the education process we're going through right now is helping our people understand, again, hey, Brandon, you could do your job 100% effectively from home, right? Got it. The problem is I need you to be here to help these other two people learn about our culture, learn about how we treat each other, learn about how we treat our customers. And so this is back to what may be best for you and your wants, needs, and desires as a work from home. What's best for the team is for you to be exposed to these other new people that we're trying to enculturate into our team.
That's a really powerful message. I think it's a really important way to think about it too. It's just even those unspoken things that you're sharing. Yeah. And that could be a whole other show by itself, because that's a common challenge I hear a lot of leaders and managers ask. Okay, how do I onboard people and train people virtually? Because that's not something that we've ever had to do.